Today, I'm going to share with you all of my favorite carnivore diet friendly stocking stuffers. And don't worry, if you're watching this video after Christmas, just ignore the Santa hat. I am basically going to be showing you a full goodie bag of affordable, easy, just like handy little things that can come in handy when you are starting a carnivore diet. A lot of times around the holidays, it can be really difficult to think about carnivore friendly or non-sugar stocking stuffers, things that are going to be affordable and fun for somebody to get on Christmas morning in their stocking that are not going to throw off their health plans. So that's what I'm going to break down for you today. For those of you that don't know, 8 years ago, my husband and I started a carnivore diet and we both lost over 100 pounds in the first year. My mom quickly joined and she also lost about 80 pounds in her first year of doing carnivore, fasting, and it has just been really life-changing for us. So we don't want to let the holidays or Christmas have our stockings be full of sugar and junk, things that are going to throw us off track and have us making setbacks in our health goals. So no judgment. You can do whatever you want on Christmas, but our family wants to stay on track. We want to feel good and enjoy the holidays and yet still have really fun special treats in our stockings. And that's what I want to show you today. And considering that we are less than a week before Christmas, all of these things you should be able to get really quick, or if you're planning on starting a carnivore diet in January or whenever you're starting, these are all going to be really affordable, fun, handy little things that might enhance your carnivore diet. We're going to start with a few food items because I feel like that's the fun of a Christmas stocking, is you get a few little things to nibble on while you're opening presents Christmas morning. So I love a meat stick. This one's probably pretty obvious, but a sugar-free, low-sugar meat stick of some kind is always a hit in a Christmas stocking. I try to find a new brand. We have our family's favorites. The pantry is full of them right now, but I always try to do a little bit of extra research to find some for my husband, my mom, and the kids of a kind of meat stick that we've never tried before. Last year, I got my husband some bacon meat sticks, ended up being one of his favorites. This year, I found a fiery habanero, spicy and smoky beef stick. So I think this is going to be a new one for him and one that's going to be fun. But you can go to your local grocery store. I got these on Amazon. These are the Righteous Felon. They're all over Amazon brand, and they have a lot of good jerky brands also. Just make sure you're watching for sugar. This one is paleo friendly. It has no soy and it's gluten free. So that was a good one for me. I also love little pieces of cheese. Sometimes, especially at like World Market, you can find different kinds of spicy cheeses, very carnivore friendly, individually wrapped little artisan cheeses, and this is the moon cheese packet. So a couple of little fun food items that you can have in your stocking is always my go-to. Every year for Christmas, my mom looks forward to getting the mini Redmond salts in her stocking. She uses these all year long. She'll even put stevia in them that she can put in iced tea at restaurants and stuff, but they're refillable. And so I always grab a pack of these. You can grab them from Amazon if you don't have time to order it from their website, but I'll put a discount link down below as well. I also always try to find some type of new seasoning or spice blends or hot sauce blends. So maybe a strict carnivore diet, you're gonna wanna stick with things like just salt, but smoked salt is something else that's 100% carnivore friendly and it adds a lot of flavor and variety. I love finding some little mini spices. These are 2 little mini tahines, which are really fun. These are red pepper flake packets that I love putting in stockings. But then at Walmart or World Market or regular grocery stores on Amazon, you can always find some mini hot sauce brands. I cannot do any spice whatsoever. I'm gonna stick with just salt personally, but my mom and Chris love hot sauce, spices, and so I'm always looking for fun new seasoning blends or spices that I can put in their stocking for something different. Here's another example of some like spicy salts and seasonings. I think I got this on Amazon, and I'm actually gonna open it up and divide it up between a few different people so everybody gets like something nice. I just am always watching the carbs and the sugar content to make sure that anything that I'm adding to somebody's stocking isn't going to be full of sugar. Next up is something that is super beneficial on a carnivore diet, and that is a salt-based electrolyte. And Element has a deal for all my subscribers where you can get this free sample pack with any purchase. This is the perfect thing to put into a stocking at Christmas because it's going to have 8 packets of of 4 different flavors of their salt-based electrolytes. So you want to encourage somebody to drink more sodium, have some good electrolytes. This is a perfect way of doing it. Or you can actually open this up and divide this up between several different people. I always like to throw in some electrolytes, especially my mom loves to try new flavors of Element, so I'll throw a few of those electrolytes in here. When you're on a carnivore or keto, low carb diet, a salt-based electrolyte is really important in helping to keep you hydrated, avoiding muscle cramps. So especially if you're gonna start carnivore in January, it's important that you're supplementing with some extra sodium, magnesium, potassium. It's gonna help you avoid leg cramps and just really keep you hydrated, help your digestive system flow properly. So while you're stocking up for yourself, grab this free sample pack with the link below. You can go to drinkelement.com/LauraSpath, and then this is gonna be a fun addition to any holiday stocking as well. To round out our food options, you also could throw in a bag of some type of low sugar, no sugar jerky. I personally love carnivore snacks because the only ingredients are meat, salt, and that's it. So this is their pork loin version, but you could grab a bunch of different flavors. A lot of grocery stores too have no low sugar jerky options, and those are something fun to throw in there. Carnivore Snacks also has individual packets of tallow. And so if somebody you know likes to cook with tallow or just likes to eat tallow, they have some little packets that would be really cute and helpful in a stocking also. I usually throw in some type of gift card to a fast food restaurant. You know, I love Wendy's. They have really, it's really easy to find, but even just a small $10, $15, $20 gift card where somebody can go and get burger patties while they're out and about is something fun to put in their stocking. One of the most random helpful things for me has been this Go Stack container. It is made for like protein powders and supplements. I use this every single day, especially when I travel. They all disconnect. And then in here, I have currently some flaky salt. So this is a little container that I use when I travel. Obviously, this is a couple of different sets that I've mixed and matched. But this is a smoked salt and I have a flaky salt. So when I'm traveling for my job, I can throw in a couple of different types of smoked salts. You know, if you're taking supplements or medications, these things are all just so handy. You can throw them in the dishwasher, but it's just like one random thing that if somebody is into health or fitness, if they're having protein powders and they want to take stuff to go, this is like one of the most handy things that I have ever gotten, and I use mine every single day. To go along with all of our salts, maybe somebody has a bunch of flaky salts already, you know, you could grab a pinch pot salt container. You could go really fancy with these, or you could get a cheaper bamboo one, but this is just a fun little gift. You even could just like make this an entire gift on its own by adding some seasonings, but this is fun and little that would fit in a stocking, and just really is nice for people who are, you know, sprinkling flaky salt on top of their meals and their steaks. Let's talk through a fun little cooking tools. These are some egg rounds. If you know somebody who is like, I like to make the breakfast sandwich out of the protein pancakes. And so if you know somebody who's cooking eggs regularly, these are just fun little silicone egg molds that can go in somebody's stocking. Barbecue claws. It doesn't have to be for brisket and barbecue only. You could use these for, I just cook a bunch of chicken breasts in the crock pot and then I use these to shred everything up. But these are a fun little thing. They even have some right now on Amazon that come with like a cute Santa face on them. But what a fun stocking stuffer idea for anybody who cooks meat in your life. Along with the barbecue tools, you know I love a meat thermometer. You can get a $10 meat thermometer from Amazon. This is an instant read thermometer, and it is a total game changer. You cannot cook meat based on time. You have to cook meat based on internal cooking temperature. And there are going to be so many variables: the temperature of your stove or your oven or your grill, the thickness of your meat, the cut of the meat, all of those things matter. And if you need a little bit of assistance, I'll tell you what, like we have multiple of these. You know, we're always misplacing one or, you know, taking them outside and inside. So adding an extra little cheap instant read meat thermometer is a great idea for any stocking. And along those lines, if you're looking for a little bit nicer gift, you're wanting to spend a little bit more, you could go with the Meter Pro meat thermometer. They have some that are customizable. This one, like we got engraved with our name on it. My favorite version, really, if you're looking for like a nice gift, is the Meter Pro Duo, because it's gonna have 2 probes in it. You could put it 2 different parts of your turkey, or you could put it in 2 different steaks or 2 different pieces of meat at the same time. And then everything connects to an app on your phone where you are going to be able to like check the internal temperature and have your meat done perfectly on time with the rest of your meal, right? That's what the thermometer and the app is gonna let you do, is just make sure that everything is done at the right time and you can make adjustments. They have a special, these are all wooden, they're fancier versions. If you're looking for the cheapest meat thermometer, they actually have an Amazon exclusive version, which is their Meter SE. And this piece is made out of plastic. And so it's just a little lower budget packaging, but it still is the same quality of the thermometer that you're gonna get. And so if you have a meat lover in your life or you want to give somebody a gift, this is gonna be the most affordable version, and it's on Amazon, so you know you're gonna get it in time for Christmas, depending on when you see this video. No matter when you're watching this, you are not going to be able to cook meat properly until you know the internal temperature. These are great gifts in general, but they're also just really helpful on a carnivore diet when you're eating only meat. I have a few more ideas that have nothing to do with food, but are still really helpful. And that is gonna be some type of tallow, lotion, face balm. There's like so many. I got this one at a local farmer's market. It does have some seasonings in it, but I just know there's so many small businesses where you could buy some type of tallow hand cream, tallow lip balm, tallow lotions. I love how like tallow as a skincare is getting so much more popular. All of the farmers markets that I've been to lately have, you know, somebody is selling tallow as a skincare product, which I love. And there's also so many small businesses online. So if you're looking for a cleaner, more natural, healthier way to put some fun things in somebody's stocking, like a tallow skincare product is a really fun way of doing that. Most of you who know me know that I go to the sauna 3, 4, 5 days a week, like as often as I can. And I will tell you, one of the best gifts that I have been given personally was this wool sauna hat. When I'm in the sauna, a coworker of mine gave this to me and I use it every single day, and I have 100% noticed a major difference in my hair. So I wrap all of my hair up under my hat, and then when I go into the sauna, my hair is tucked up underneath. And now the sauna hat does 2 things. It helps to regulate your temperature so you're not losing all of your heat out of your head, and it really helps you get the benefits of the sauna even stronger, but also it protects your hair. I go to the sauna a lot. This is a 180, 190 degree Fahrenheit sauna that I sit there for 30 minutes several times a week. And I was noticing that my hair was getting really dry and brittle. And since I have been using this sauna hat, it has 100% transformed my hair. And you can even tell, like, my hair hasn't been this long in many years. And part of that is because heat is really hard on your hair. And having a 100% wool sauna hat is totally been a game changer for me. They're very affordable. You can grab them on Amazon or you can find them online from other small businesses. It's really cute, goes in your stocking, but if you know somebody who goes to the sauna, this is so random and niche, but it has absolutely saved my hair. It's the best thing ever. Okay, my last couple of things. I love a funny t-shirt, okay? I love a carnivore t-shirt. I love a bacon and eggs t-shirt. I love a steak t-shirt. I bought this from, I think it was Sean Baker's website many years ago. It says 100% not vegan. Like, who doesn't love a funny carnivore t-shirt? It just makes for a fun gift. It goes in a stocking, but also just could be a fun gift in general. I've seen many of them on Amazon. You can find them all over Etsy. I'm sure there's tons of options, but like that would be a really fun idea for somebody for Christmas, or just some type of fitness related t-shirt in general. We're all going for walks. We go through a lot of t-shirts because we're constantly sweaty working out. So that's a fun idea as well. I'll tell you what, I also love a meat themed Christmas ornament. The backside of my tree over here has like an entire meat grilling bacon section. We have our realtor calls himself the bacon realtor. He sends us a bacon Christmas ornament every year, but Hobby Lobby, Amazon, Etsy, I get tons of like meat themed butter, bacon, eggs related Christmas ornaments. And that's just like a very silly thing that we do, is like have a meat section on our Christmas tree. But it makes, you know, the holidays feel really fun, even though you're not baking cookies. I want to share something else is a small size, but it also could be a really great gift. And that is a ketone meter. I don't think ketones are like, that's a whole other video topic, but like I wouldn't obsess too much about ketones in general. But if you have somebody who is starting on a carnivore diet, starting keto, trying to reverse type 2 diabetes, a blood ketone meter is extremely beneficial information in helping them know if they are in fat burning mode, if their what their blood sugar is at, especially if they're going to be doing fasting, if they're trying to reverse their type 2 diabetes, a blood ketone meter is really beneficial. And if they already have one, get them the refill strips. They are so expensive. And so I always put a refill packet of the strips in my mom's stocking for Christmas to load her up. She was previously diabetic. You know, she likes to do some fasting. She wants to make sure her blood sugar is stable. And so monitoring, there is nothing that's going to be more accurate than a blood meter. And so giving them the refill strips or the meter in general, if you're starting a carnivore diet or you have goals of lowering your blood sugar, it can be really beneficial. That being said, don't obsess about the numbers. It's good information. You know, I think we sometimes get into this contest of like higher ketones is always better. It's not a race to see who can have the highest ketones and the lowest blood sugar, but knowing what your blood sugar is and if you are in fat burning mode or not can be really beneficial. And so this is a really fun gift and maybe something that like somebody couldn't afford. And I think actually, like if you're looking for one for yourself, you can use your HSA money for this also. Okay, with that, I hope you are having a happy holidays. If you have any other ideas for people, feel free to comment them down below. And if you're starting a carnivore diet in January, I hope some of these things were like fun, let you know that you can still have a traditional holidays without having your health goals be thrown out the window. Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday.